Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited. Stunning IFR Falcon 9 launch and landing. DAR announces acquisition of Quest aircraft. And ATSB publishes update on Cessna 210 carry-through spar failure. Happy Friday and thanks for tuning in. I'm Sophie Herlock. Just about the time when you think you've finally seen it all with SpaceX, they do something you have never seen before, in more ways than one. Recently, SpaceX scored another successful launch and landing of components of a Falcon 9 supporting the Canadian Space Agency's RADARSAT Constellation Mission. Falcon 9's first stage for launch of RADARSAT Constellation Mission previously flew on Crew Dragon's first demonstration mission in March of 2019. Following stage separation, Falcon 9's first stage returned to land on SpaceX's nearby Landing Zone 4 at Vandenberg Air Force Base. The vehicle started deploying several satellites approximately 54 minutes after launch. But here's the kicker. SpaceX accomplished the launch and recovery of this mission in the fog, which did not violate the mission's weather minimums. The video presentation was pretty amusing because they showed a gray screen void of detail due to the dense layer of fog. And a few minutes later, an elevated camera watched the first stage descend back to the landing site at Vandenberg until it descended through the low fog deck and nailed the landing within inches of the center point. Stick around, we'll be right back with Around the Patch.
Today is a new dawn.
With a new name.
Un nuevo logotipo.
A new factor.
Und einen globalen Kundenfokus.
We are Continental Aerospace Technologies, and we stand behind you.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
Welcome back. Let's take a quick look at some interesting stories coming out of the aviation industry and today's trip around the patch. The commander of Air Combat Command, General Mike Holmes, has officially selected the officers who will be joining the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds for the 2020 demonstration season. Major Trevor Aldridge, 493rd Fighter Squadron. RAF Lakenheath, UK, has been selected as Thunderbird number 2. Captain Zane Taylor, 8th FS Holloman Air Force Base, New Mexico, has been selected as Thunderbird number 4. Captain Kyle Oliver, 27th FS Joint Base Langley, Eustis, Virginia, has been selected as Thunderbird number 6. Major Kevin DeFalco, 31st Operational Support Squadron, Aviano Air Base, Italy, has been selected as Thunderbird number 7. Captain Catherine Moorcamp, Headquarters Air Combat Command, JB Langley, Eustis, Virginia, has been selected as Thunderbird number 10. Captain Ramorche Nelson, 8th Fighter Wing, Kunsan, AB, South Korea, has been selected as Thunderbird number 12. Delta Airlines is looking like a hero after it chartered a spare plane to take a group of 5th graders and their adult chaperones on a trip to the nation's capital after their flight on American Airlines was canceled. The group from James L. Dennis Elementary School in Oklahoma was traveling to Richmond, Virginia, and then to Washington, D.C. on American Airlines. But serious weather issues forced American to cancel more than 300 flights, leaving the group sitting at Will Rogers World Airport. While it was not reported on how the group's plight came to the attention of Delta, the carrier brought a spare airplane and flew it as a charter from OKC to Richmond, Virginia. Embraer has brought the first KC-390 multi-mission airlift configured to operate with the Brazilian Air Force to the 53rd edition of Paris Air Show International in France. The aircraft number 004 will be in the static area this week at the Le Bourget Airport and will perform flight demonstration on the first 2 days of the show. In agreement with the FAB, the airplane will return to Brazil right after the air show, when it begins the acceptance and delivery process. The revival of competition between Boeing and Airbus is expected to result in record delivery of the highly popular narrow-body platforms and a 9.4% year-on-year growth in production, according to analysis from Frost & Sullivan. Boeing and Airbus will produce more than 1,750 aircraft in 2019 and up to 1,606 units in 2018 and propel the markets towards $258.95 billion. Boeing will receive a boost once it finalizes its deal for Embraer's airliner business in 2019 to counter Airbus's acquisition of Bombardier's C-Series program. We'll be right back with the rest of the news after these messages.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
The dream is real, a truly affordable personal jet aircraft. The Subsonics Personal Jet Kit is priced at only $42,000. Kit plus engine is still under $100K. Add instruments, upholstery, and paint and you're flying. It's time to put your money where your bucket list is. Learn more at SonicsAircraft.com.
DAR is making a major step in developing the company's airplane manufacturing business with the acquisition of Quest Aircraft Company, which builds the Kodiak 100. The Kodiak 100 is a 10-seat unpressurized entry-level aircraft in the single-engine turboprop category, originally created for humanitarian missions in developing countries. Certified in 67 countries, the Kodiak 100 is used worldwide by air taxi recreational and leisure operators, along with businesses, pilot owners, and humanitarian organizations. Through this major acquisition, DAR is enhancing its presence in the general and business aviation segment by offering a wider multi-product range. There are more than 270 Kodiak aircraft in operation. In addition to its development and purchasing synergies, the Quest Aircraft Company's acquisition offers excellent commercial, technological, and geographical complementaries. DAR now intends to invest in this production platform to offer enhanced services and sales networks. The acquisition's closing is expected to be completed by the end of 2019, subject to approval by the appropriate authorities in both countries. The ATSB has published an update on its investigation into the collision with terrain of Cessna 210 VH-SUX near Mount Isa, Queensland, Australia on May 26. Evidence indicates the aircraft's right wing had separated while in flight, resulting in a rapid loss of control and subsequent collision with terrain. The two pilots were fatally injured. Subsequent technical examination confirmed the aircraft's wing spar had fractured due to fatigue cracking. The Cessna 210, which has been manufactured in 1976 and had accumulated over 12,000 flight hours, had been conducting a geological survey flight while flying at about 200 feet above ground level at the time of the accident. The aircraft had been modified for geological survey work and had also been fitted with approval integral wingtip fuel tank and non-standard engine and propeller modifications. And that's the end of our week, folks. Please subscribe and check us out on Twitter and on Facebook. And if you want to read up on some aviation and aerospace news this weekend, head over to aero-news.net. I'll see you Monday.